Hey guys, know it's been a while, but I did want to do my long-term review on the Chigee AIO-6 Max, this little guy right here. Just some thoughts about the last few months of using it. And then I'll also sprinkle in a little bit of video from the Moscow Moto Dusty Lizard campout we did up past the Sawtooth in September. The wife and I went. Great event, had a blast. Definitely want to do that again. But this little guy, start with the positives. Build quality has been great. I've had this thing in snow, downpour rain, dust, 96 degrees. It's held up through all of it. I've not had any issues with it as far as weather, conditions, vibration, anything like that causing problems. So build quality, top notch. I didn't think I would like the cameras that much, but they've actually been kind of handy, especially riding in groups, being able to just glance down and see what's going on behind me, not having to worry about checking mirrors and all that. Pretty cool for that. And it records all the time, so if something happens in traffic, you've got video evidence. You know, there's that too. But it is nice to have a continuous recording going, just in case. And all saves to a little micro SD card in here. I will say I have had connection issues with it. You know, it basically just mirrors your phone. And there were times where I got Onyx running and then the map will just zoom out to the entire United States and just stop tracking and trying to get it to get back to where I was and reconnect and all that's a bit of a pain. I have done some investigating that may be solvable if I was in airplane mode on my phone. I suspect go down in a gully, you lose signal. That's fine. You got Onyx maps saved in offline mode. But when you come back out of the gully on top of a ridgeline or something, you get signal again, the phone does a weird like reconnect and that's when things drop out. So that might fix that problem, but it wasn't a deal breaker for me, really. For around town, in traffic, just going from A to B, it's great. You got a little pop-up, tells you when you got a text message. You can control your music through it. You got Google Maps. I mean, anything that's on your phone, pretty much you got right there. Plus it has a little display panel for if you just want speedometer and all that dash information, which is kind of cool. I think if you're gonna do a lot of real backcountry, middle of nowhere stuff, I would go with a dedicated GPS system and not have to worry about fiddling with the phone and connecting and all that. Something you can just put some waypoints into the GPS and just follow and not have to worry about it would probably be my safer bet, in my opinion. But all that being said, I think it's a pretty stellar device. But they gave me this. So for a free device, for me, it's pretty stellar. Would I pay the $600 or whatever it's up to now for this? Man, I don't know. I don't know. You got competitors out there like DMD Navigation, Garmin, Trail Tech. I don't know. I don't know if the cost is worth it, unless you have to have the cameras and you have to have the ability for your action cam to show through here, because that's kind of their thing that no one else is doing, kinda. I don't know if I could recommend it for the money. I really don't. I wish I could, but $500-600. I will say the LTE version that actually gets phone signal might be better. But it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of features, but I don't know how much of them you'd actually use for off-road riding. If you're doing a lot of like highway miles, getting to places, you're always in cell range, it might actually be worth the money for you, a lot of touring and stuff, but if you're like me, where you're just popping out, hitting trails in the middle of nowhere and then coming back, it's a little more of a frustration than I would like for that amount of money. So, I don't know. Take that what you will. Cool little device. I've never had a problem with it not turning on, not connecting. Any disconnection issues I've had have been between my phone and this, and were, not too difficult to resolve, just kind of a pain in the butt when you're in the middle of a trail, But like I said, that could be fixed with airplane mode. If you have the extra money and you want something that gives you a little bit of great on-road stuff, and then you can use OnX and stuff like that, it's great for that. I'm gonna roll some footage now from when we did some rides out at the Dusty Lizard out past Stanley, Idaho. Really great event. It was, so the Moab Dusty Lizard is ginormous. I heard they're gonna break it up, or they're talking about breaking it up into 2 events and, bringing the size down a little bit for each event. I don't know if they will, but this one was like perfect. You had a few hundred people, no vendors. It felt more like just a hangout. Just kind of hang out with everybody, go for a ride. You didn't have to worry about food or all that. That was all taken care of when you got back to camp. So that was pretty nice. But I really liked the atmosphere. It was just laid back, chill, not a ton of people. Everyone was cool. It felt like just a hang, not some big giant bike event. So I really liked it. And the trails up there, especially if you're a single track guy, the trails up there are awesome. You'd have a blast. So I would say go check out Moscow Moto's website. And I think they just released all the dates for the new Dusty Lizards for 2026. But check them out. Got lots more planned for the channel. Just had a lot of stuff going on in life. Kind of got behind on putting all this stuff out, but we're still out there riding all the time. I still got lots of plans for changes to the bike, things I want to upgrade, improve, things I wish I hadn't touched, but we'll get into that down the road, 2026. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Wow. This is the easy part. We gotta go into that river and then immediately take a hard ride up a hill.
Get it for me?
Put it in neutral. So much easier on your bike.
Really? Because it's not so tall.
Hey. Up there, it's like that. Worse than this. Yeah, heading down.
I can help you, babe. Or how are you gonna do it?
Oh, I can smell the gas. Little brake, little clutch. Come on. Okay. You can make it down that hill just fine though, right? All right.
Alright, well,
So
I guess we found our limit.
I'm gonna pull this way here. All right. I want you to go down and just get out of the way.